Hello and good morning. This is Kashif from KRGraphics, and I'm here with a new brand new video. It's been a while. It's been a while, guys. I recorded a new video on my channel, and I felt today's a great day to do so. You know, I've been busy working on other projects, game development, cosplay, 3D printing, and this guy right in front of you. This character has been my guinea pig for the last over a year and a half now, where I wanted to learn how to do rigging. That's the main purpose of this particular character, was to learn a little more about rigging, in particular facial rigging. Now, for those of you who've seen my older videos where I showed a facial rig on a game character, on a rig on a game character. And that was a pretty good rig. I learned so much about rigging, facial rigging, poses, and a lot of research went into it. And for this character, I took it even further and created a rig that's very capable of capturing nuanced facial performances, at a film level. So with this particular facial rig, I wanted to put together a rig that I can use easily and fit any character of any proportion and animate on that. So with the research I've found over a year and a half, I'm now able to do that. So this particular facial rig has about 130 joints in it, and this is kind of a hybrid approach. I'm going to be using facial joints and corrective blend shapes on the character's face, on his face, to get the shapes and the poses I want in his face. Now, a rig like this is primarily aimed at AAA game developers who use motion capture a lot in their work. Examples like the new God of War that came out last year, which I haven't played myself yet, but I've seen beautiful in-game footage. Also, games like Hellblade: Singular Sacrifice, a lot of other games that utilize technology. So what these joints would do is, with these joints, I'll be able to put markers in my own face, do performance where I talk to the character on the screen, and then translate that performance for my head rig, which I'm actually working on. I'm working on a whole new head mounted rig right now for this particular production. And for those of you who see my channel, I do have videos that demonstrate the use of my facial capture rig. Fortunately, too heavy, and now making a new one that's way lighter. And it's inspired by work seen by Vicon Kara, and Cubic Motion, and a lot of other companies that use head-mounted rigs for facial animation. There is also iPhone X now, which uses the AR kit to animate the character's face based on my performances with a subset of 52 blend shapes. However, this approach I chose although it's a lot more work, is a little more accurate for me, a little more accuracy. So let's go through now and talk about the facial rig itself. So this facial rig was integrated into the ACS2 rigging system, and it's also going to be. I'm also going to be showing this facial rig, how I created this facial rig, in my upcoming training series on Gumroad. So firstly, let's go through the context. So right now, the default mode is the animate context, where basically you animate the character's face. You animate the character's face by pulling controls. I've also added the feature where I can turn off those joints and just show the controllers, and each control represents a pose in the face. So let's say I want to open the jaw or frown the character, I'll be able to do that. So let's go ahead and do that quickly. So if I pull this just controller for both eyebrows, if I pull it down, you'll be able to frown. And that in itself actually was no easy feat for me to do, because for one, creating all those joints in the face, you're not gonna do it by hand. So I basically went ahead, added them together, put them all together in an entire rig. I can now basically make the character frown, as well as let's say he looks mad. He looks mad now. I'm pulling his face too much. And I'll be mad too if you're pulling my face all the time. And I can also do things like surprise. I can pull the controller up and make it look surprised. Let's pull this one up too. Look surprised. And of course, I'm still working on this. You know, trying to work on the shape so that it's not so you know, additive. So open his mouth a little bit. And yeah, and unfortunately, I'm on an older system, so the feedback is kind of a little on the slow side. I'm actually just open his mouth a little bit. You know, kind of like surprise and shock. Like, so if I hide his face a little bit, he now looks surprised. And all of these are done through the joints and the controllers on the character's face. And basically, once you're able to do your facial rig, once you're able to quit your facial rig, and when you see fit the controllers, I'll be able to create any kind of expression I can think of on this character's face based on my own performance. So not only can I do it by hand, I'll be able I'll be able to animate all these joints on the character's face. These are about 130 joints on the face, which seems like a lot, but a lot of high-end film studios probably use more than this. So perfect example is the Hulk in Avengers Endgame, where the actor Mark Ruffalo, who is an amazing actor, he played the hell of the Hulk so well. They take black dots, black ink, and they put it on the skin, and that represents the markers that'll be used to get the data out of it and put it on the character's face. Now, of course, I'm not entirely sure the pipeline, how they actually figure that out. I think they use something called Snap Solver. Which is like, I've seen videos of that. It's pretty cool. But anyway, let's continue. Let's move on. Let's keep moving along here. So aside from these control joints throughout the face, there's also the bind joints. And for those of you who work in Unreal 4 or Unity, once you're working your character's facial performances, poses, you'll be able to take these animations of the character's facial performance into Unity, and it'll animate the way it should, you know, with the blend shapes and the poses in the face. And I've also added a series, also compiled a list of different blend shapes that will be used in the character's face. So I've also integrated this into the ACS2 rig, where right now it's about 25 blend shapes. Once I'm done, once I finish this list, it will be about 40 and 50. In there, and these are all shapes that are correctives. So example, like let's make Sam sneer or look or like you know bare his teeth, look angry. So I can pull down. I'll go ahead and pull down his eyebrow controller. So there's that there. I'm also go in and pull up his cheek, the inner cheek controllers. And yes, when you depending on your own face, when you smile, the zygomatic joints fire differently. So let's go ahead and pull this up a little bit. Here we go. Look at that. And let's also go ahead and take these controllers here. We'll pull up just a little bit. And I've also designed this facial rig so that when I pull up the controls, they also mirror each other too. So let's pull this down. I'll show you real quick the mirror I can do. So I can do this. Put the controller down, drag it over to the other side. And now he's gonna grimace a little bit. Next little pretty pissed off guy. And I'm actually planning on fixing these shapes later today. You know this because this is a character that's in progress right now as well. So let's just go and pull up a little more. I'll pull the jaw up a little more. The Mac distance looks weird now, but in reality, of course, your lips do stretch when you do this expression. And I'm also designing a way that it will actually blend properly too when it's when they're animated. So let's pull it down a little bit. Yeah, it's kind of funny right now because I haven't fixed the shapes on this side yet, the face. I can also go ahead and lower the jaw a little bit. You know, poor guy. He's had a rough day scaring poor human beings. So this is also his face as well. This is just one of the expressions I can do in his face. And the tongue is missing right now, but I have the tongue removed for this demonstration to show us the face. But if you're doing like cartoon characters, you can also took this facial rig and fit it to any character, even a cartoon character be animated with this. So let's go ahead and have the controls reset, and I'll show you another expression. Turn this off. So for those of you out there, how many of you guys like buttered toast or butter toast or butter toast or Pop Tarts after they've been in the microwave? So let's go ahead and I'll show another one where basically, you know, he's eating some good food and he likes what he has, and it's pretty good stuff. I'm going to show another expression. So I'll go ahead and pause real quickly to show you the differences in the facial rig. So you can put him a smile. And I'm still working on the blend shapes for the smiling, because right now, of course, it's still some parts are still broken here. And I raise the out of control of the cheek because, as I mentioned earlier, when you smile, your cheek muscles fire differently when you smile. So fire a little bit. There we go. And mainly, of course, too, one of the challenges I have with this facial rig too is the fact that in Modo, in Modo currently, there's no way to currently fire the poses quickly enough without posing the higher rig. So this is him, you know, kind of like, you know, and let's go all out. Let's make him smile. We can put him with full smile. There we go. Yeah, so it's kind of having, you know, he'll have a little dream. He likes, you know, he has had a really good demonic French toast with fried demon on the side. That does sound good. So basically, of course, this is a range of expressions I can do with this character. There are a few more, but I want to move on. I'm ready to move on to the overview. This is kind of an overview right now of the rig. So let's go ahead and see the overview, and also reset the rig, which is also very well integrated into ACS2 system. So now I mentioned earlier that I'm able to edit the joints or fit them based on my needs. So let's go to edit guide context. So on this particular edit guide, I added the ability to not only move the controllers in the face. These little dots here represent the controls on the face for posing. And yes, you'll be able, if you have the access to like software for targeting your data. I'll be able to put a few dots on my face, a couple dots on the face at any given time, and animate the character's face based on my performances using either joint-based blend shape combo or blend shapes only. You know, this rig is also designed to do that. So let's go ahead now and do a quick little edit of the facial joints. So go ahead and turn the guides off. Oops, control guides, and turn on the joint guides. Now these joint guides, I have them color coded to represent an area of the face that will be animated. So red for the forehead, yellow for the eyebrows, magenta for the zygomatic region, turquoise for the maxillary region, jawbone, so forth. So let's say I want to change the orientation of the location of these joints. And right now, this particular layout, I'll hide these actually. So this particular layout of the joints is how I'm going to have the my mask where I put in my face, how the mask will be animated, how the mask will be placed on my face. So let's go ahead now, and I want to move some of these joints around to get a better fit. So in Modo, if you go to drop action and put on place, I can take one of these, pull it around. Let's pull it around a little bit. Oh, actually, before I do that, let's make the bind mesh selectable. So that's important. We're gonna make that selectable. So we'll hover with it. There we go. And it's important to have it selectable so that you can move it easily. And I can move it over here and move it around. I can move the joint anywhere I want in the character's face, anywhere I see fit. And you're probably noticing too that the other side of the face is symmetrical. You know, most human faces are, human faces are, they're not symmetrical fully, but for this particular facial rig, I need them to be symmetrical so that it'll work. Because most faces in digital world are symmetrical anyway, but this is a nice little way of working around it. And I'm trying to figure out a way to add a feature where I can turn off the mirroring on the side of the face while not affecting its current position. So I'm going to go ahead and just do this here, move it about. You can see that the joints will move based on the position on the character's face. And the white center line here this is the center of the face, and the purpose of the center line is it'll help tracking too. When you're doing this, we're doing facial solves. I'm actually using I'm using a 4-camera setup on my head mounted rig, where I take 4 cameras and record my face at the same time and body. For my body captures, that's a pretty standard fare thing. I'll be adding those features to my rig, to my facial rig. So with this, this in the line, it helps with triangulation, where the trackers will solve the face. It'll give me a full 3D solve for my face. So and of course animation of course also added the ability to with proxies. Now of course this character model, he's a few million polygons. His teeth are very dense. And there are times when I don't want to animate the character heavy like this. So the best way to do is something. My mesh for a minute. The best thing to do is turn on a proxy, which I've actually been able to do with ACS2. And pretty soon, of course, I can do that on the facial rig. So I can go ahead and just I can move the mouth around a little bit. I can pose a face anywhere I see fit. So let's say, he's she's shocked. Let's say he walked on a Lego. Now we all know Legos hurt really bad when you walk on them. Everyone knows that. And turn off the placement. We all know that you walk on Legos, it hurt really bad. So let's go ahead and pose a face. Okay, so he's shocked, shock and awe. Poor guy. He walked on a Lego. He's pretty much hurting right now. Poor thing. So go ahead and just real quickly pose a face. That, and of course the proxy for the face isn't ready yet. I'm going to be adding that later today. I just haven't figured out a nice clean way of doing it without making it look weird. And turn the proxy off. You can now see the face is posed. So here he is now. He's one of his friends left him hanging. And this is pretty much his expression. It's pretty sad. I can go ahead now and make him look sad too. So let's do that. Make him really, really sad. Oh, I can go ahead, and this also too. This facial rig is loosely based off facts. You're not familiar with facts. Paul is a research based on Dr. Paul Ekman, who actually created an atlas for human emotion. So let's go ahead and take his lip a little bit. Put his lips a little. And mainly, of course, too, I created a system so that I'm able to animate the characters' faces whenever I want to. So here we go. Let's go back a little bit. Poor guy. He looks pretty sad. And of course, I'm still working on the a lot of the other poses, because as right now, of course, it isn't easy to really do posts like this. So I can pull his lip a little bit all the way out. And now you can see, poor guy. He looks pretty, he looks pretty pitiful. Aw, look at that face, so sad. Poor guy. And I can also, in fact, close his eyes actually too. I'm having fun with it. I'm having a lot of fun doing this right now. Having a lot of fun doing this, and it's kind of fun. So pretty much, I can basically animate the character's face, and see fit. Looks pitiful, poor guy. And I'm planning on fixing these blend shapes later on. And don't fret. In the upcoming Gumroad series, I will show you how to do all this stuff, from creating the facial rig to creating the corrective blend shapes from the character's face. And recently, I figured out a way to get this work with ZBrush, which I'll probably show in another video after this if you guys are interested. Mainly, of course, this is after a year of research, testing, building a facial rig on this. I'm actually happy to say that I have a facial rig that I like and appreciate, and that I can use in my own productions. There's also another version of facial rig that's for this is for like film characters and high risk characters, where basically in the film environment you can go nuts with the joint counts. You can use as many as you want in a character, but I set it on 130 joints in the face, which is pretty feasible to work with. I actually like the idea of that. So that's enough there for the facial rig, for the joints in the face. There's another version of this same rig that is lower joint count and used for games. lower joint counts usually yield better for like Unreal Engine and Unity. And I'll be adding these adding more blend shapes to this list so I can finish my facial rig completely. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video where I show the facial rig, creating the facial rig, and this is kind of a preparation for the upcoming my first ever training series on for facial rigging, covering Modo. And also, by the way, too, if you don't have ACS or Modo, don't have to worry. Don't worry about that. Because basically all those in Modo, you'll be able to create this facial rig in any program you have, whether it's Maya or Max or even Blender. And this joint setup is not this joint setup. I chose this because I found that it's a little more. I found a little more accuracy using the joints in the face, like kind of similar to optical motion capture, where they use the markers on the body and the face for further accuracy, versus the markerless kind, which is great, but just something about it doesn't feel right to me. And I can just post a face in this method. I can post a face, paint on it, and add wrinkle maps, which I'm adding later on. So hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys liked it, leave a thumbs up, or leave a comment, say hello. If the video was not so great, leave a thumbs down, and I'll do better next time. Making videos something like this isn't easy, but I'm hoping that it'll garner some interest, some upcoming products. So you guys stay frosty, have a lovely day, and keep arting.